Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love, Not War series, and things have not really been going well. Because of the AI just doing whatever it wants to, we've actually been hitting some roadblocks. For instance, Poland is in its own faction, so although we did the Befriend Poland event, we didn't actually get them within our faction, so that's unfortunate. And a lot of these other countries have this neutrality focus that I'm not sure if they would have or not, to be honest with you. I haven't really checked into a lot of these countries to see what they start with. But for instance, Romania has that. Denmark has that. Sweden has that, which makes, even though we have the befriend focus with Denmark, it makes the likelihood that they join us in peacetime almost non-existent. So we're hitting a lot of roadblocks trying to get people into our faction, but we do have one nation in our faction, Hungary, over there, which has expanded our faction out a little bit. Hopefully we can get more of that in the future. Let's continue here. And right now, oil is the only thing really affecting us, which I am working on over here. That will be done in April, so a couple months from now. And I would imagine that would be kind of the last of the shortages we have. We should be okay for the most part. Although building more refineries would definitely be a good thing down the road. And we're also working on building up defenses. So we're finishing off the last of the anti-aircraft defenses. And then we're finishing off some more radar. And we have excavation done. So let's take a look at the next tech we're going to want to do. So these are all for 41, so we're not going to do anything with that. Engineering we're still working on, 95 days before that's done. Aircraft we started working on, and we use our 50% bonus over here for close air support. So anything else we'd work on would be full-time. Artillery, we would want to do things as well. And considering that these are quick, I might want to do them first. We're working on tanks, and once that finishes in 28 days, that will be done. Now, that's ahead of time, though. Over here, we do have some infantry things that need to be done. So we'll work on that soon. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to work on this now, because we don't have that 50% bonus that could possibly be used here. I'm going to get the maintenance companies up. And then we'll work on other things. Okay, so we've got the next battleship available and research. Okay, so I don't know what this is actually considered, like a heavy battleship or what, but we have level 1 of that. As a matter of fact, I can check in production what that would be considered. So if I go to naval stuff here, we have battleship, super heavy battleship is what that is considered. Alright. Well, we're not going to build that just yet. Maybe when the other battleships are done, we'll have a super heavy battleship or something. You know, I could start on it, though. There's nothing necessarily stopping me. I just have to pull off production from other things. For instance, bring the destroyers down to here, some marines down to here, and this down to there. That gives me 4, so I can build a super heavy battleship. We're going to assign it to this fleet here. And we're going to give it all of the dockyards that we have. Now, I'm going to assume that is going to cause me to need more oil, but we're working on that. I'm surprised it didn't cause me to need more steel or anything like that, but apparently not. Okay, so research slot. Alright, so we're into 1940, so we can start working on better ship tech, and considering that we already have the bonuses here, I think we start from the ground up, so start working on the destroyers here. And then maybe go to cruisers after that. And I don't know how many bonuses we'll get. Maybe I just use the only bonuses we will get, but what I'd like to do is go into production here and actually limit how many destroyers are going to be made here. So instead, we're going to make only one more, maybe, of this level of destroyer. Okay. I think I'm good with that. Continue. We're getting a lot of these researches popping at the same time now. Next one will be here. Oh, actually here. Our tanks will be done soon. Oh, did I ever change the production? I don't know if I did for our light tanks. No, I didn't. So let's do that. Light tanks. And we'll need quite a bit of upgrading for that. Oh, and as a matter of fact, I just had some tank units pop out here. All right, well, you're going to get added to the Green Army. Alternatively, I could send it to the Red Army, as the Red Army has, like, practically no tanks. You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. I lie. You go to the Red Army. One of you, just one, is going to go to the Green Army. And where would I need more troops? I think I'm going to send them in here. So, strategic redeployment. Go there. Okay. Now that we have that done, you can, I guess, join the Red Army as well. And we'll send you over. There would be a good spot for a tank. I guess we could have them with the other tank right here. So, strategic redeploy. Go there. And where would we want to focus infantry if we did so? Probably in here, because there's a city nearby that we'd probably want to capture. Yeah, I think I'm going to go that route. So, why don't you strategic redeploy and pop in right here. Okay. So, Green Army's good. Blue Army's good. Red Army's getting there. And then all we have left is the Purple Army, which I'm not sure how big of an army I'd even want to make this. Alright, so now we have the medium tank, and this time I am going to remember to produce the right tank. So we're going to stop making the Panzer IIIs, and we're going to start making the Panzer IVs. Alright, so I'm going to have a lot of need because there's going to be need to upgrade. Oop. Also, the... Alright. So, infantry stuff we talked about. Engineering we're still working on. I think we focus on air power from this point on. So, I'm going to start working on the Focke-Wulf 190 here. And research that. So we can upgrade our fighters. Yeah, see, this is not moving. Oh, maybe it moved a little bit. Okay, so Befriend Denmark has fired off. And at this point, I could stop supporting the party here. But part of me wants to get it up above 50%. Now, they won't invite to our faction because of how many penalties they have. They're not of the same faction as me. So they have a different ideology. And they also have this neutrality thing, which is a real problem. But we are going to move on. I could do either Norway here, which would more than likely accept if they ever became part of my faction, or I do the Netherlands instead. Part of me wants to do the Netherlands first. The reason being is I would also get the party bonuses for doing so. So, you know what? Let's do that. So, focus. Befriend Netherlands first. So this gives me a lot of the same benefits. Now, I do get some penalties here. Japan wouldn't like me very much for doing this. Oh, hello. I get research bonuses? Interesting. Oh, it removes the neutral foreign policy from Sweden. Oh, yeah, I got to go down this track because I get research, and I also Yeah, I think I want to go this way. I'm just surprised this didn't change the neutrality of Denmark, because it does with Sweden. Again, I wonder if that neutrality was achieved through a focus rather than normally, because I bet you Sweden starts with that. Well, either way, I think I'm going to go with befriend Netherlands first, just so we can get that fascism going, because fascism is a little bit bigger in Norway. But I think either way would have been the right course. Now, Japan's going to get pissed at me, but I really don't care, honestly. Now, there's a possibility Japan will declare war on the Allies and take a lot of the Dutch territories, but that's not really a concern I have right now. And who knows what's going on with the Allies over here. Alright, so they're going with prepare intervention, which is something they can do when world tension is high, which honestly it is, because of what the Japanese did. I'm surprised it's still at 100%, honestly, because it looks like a lot of this has ticked down. And the Nationalist Spanish can just not finish off over here. And then air rearmament over here. You know what? I'm very tempted to just send volunteers over here. I want the war to end. World tension wouldn't really matter in my mind if we sent volunteer forces. Let's just see what would happen. So, send volunteers. I would have to pick an army. So I'd probably pick the Green Army. But for right now... it doesn't let me... You have 0 divisions as volunteer forces, and your maximum total is 6. I'm confused here. Would I have to make a special purpose army, maybe? Alright, let's back off here. So we might have to make a special purpose army for this. So if I were to do that, let's say I focus on maybe tanks, right? Because we might be able to use the tanks here. Let's take a look at the territory. Oh, actually, it's a bunch of forests, so tanks are really not good in that. So let's say we send a bunch of infantry. And to do that, I grabbed, let's say, these 3 guys over here. And maybe added in a few more guys. Because it said my max limit was 6. So I grab all these guys here. And I made a new army. And we'll make them yellow. And we assign them a commander. Give them one with decent skill. Let's say we give them... I almost want to grab a general I already have. Like, you know what? I kind of like this guy because he has the own combat with. Let's grab this guy. Gives him some experience. Alright, so that being done, we come over here. And we send volunteers. We pick the yellow army. Send 6 divisions. World threat would only go up by 2.7%. Okay, let's do that. It'll take 14 days. And we'll get this over with. I know this isn't in the spirit of what we're going for, but I want to end this war. And that's the way I'm going to go. The stance I'm going to go with this is I'm putting an end to a war rather than getting involved in one. And they're volunteers anyway. I'm not sending these guys. These guys are volunteering. I have nothing to do with it. Okay, we're needing more oil here. So I think it's time we produce another refinery. And we'll put it right there. So let's go ahead and put that to the top as well. Oop. Okay. Wow, we have a lot of civilian factories. All right, so in 14 days they'll be there on April 4th. So we'll just keep an eye out for that. I'm tired of this war just going on and 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 never ending. As a matter of fact, it's past the point that the Spanish Civil War should have ended by now. And we might be able to get them to join our faction anyway. I doubt it, but we can try nonetheless. Okay, April 4th is approaching. I'm probably going to have to slow down for this fighting here. Not sure where they're actually going to pop up either. Okay. We're there. Let's slow down. Alright. And we also got research done at the same time. Alright, where are my units? I have no idea where they are. Ah, they're there. Okay. Go ahead and strategic redeploy to right here. Now, I don't actually want you to go through a fighting zone, so strategic redeploy here, then here, then here, then there. There you go. And then we'll come in here and we'll try and cut these guys off. So we'll come in here, attack here, probably from 2 different directions. So I'll come into here and here, attack here, and try and cut these guys off and eliminate them. Okay, now let's do the research. Alright, I just want to make sure this is still going good. Okay. I think we work on infantry equipment now. So I'm first going to work on support weapons because it takes less time. There they go. Strategic redeploying. See, look at all these troops the Spanish have and they're not using because the AI is silly sometimes. Okay, so they're there. We're going to split these guys in half. Half of them are going to go here. Half of them are going to go here. Now, I'm aware there might be a battle happening here. You know what? Maybe we wait a little bit. Let them reorganize. Matter of fact, split them in half. Half of you. How about you go this way and then that way? That way, you get there, but you're getting organization the whole time. Yeah, it looks like this is just a defense for right now. Yeah, this war could have been over if the Spanish had just concentrated their forces down here rather than do what they're doing. Okay, now you can come over here. Looks like the Spanish are winning a fight here. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is here. Alright, these guys are very low on unit strength. Maybe I wait a little bit. Well, these guys are going to retreat over there. Screw it. We'll attack now. Let's see how this does. Okay. So they've got decent morale, but their unit strength is pretty darn low because of the constant fighting. Probably maybe lack of supply and things like that. So we're doing good damage here. Alright. We've got more planes than we need. What do we have? Oh, a bunch of fighters. We also have heavy fighters and... You know what? Can we send air power to them? No, it doesn't look like it. That's fine. I would like... set up another air wing somewhere. It's probably going to be a defensive-minded air wing. So we're going to add... I'm sure we have plenty of close air support right now. Yeah. So, fighters. We will add 200 here. Okay, and then we'll add 150 of the heavy fighters. And then we have to do something with the close air support. I could just do nothing. Wouldn't be the end of the world. But I don't know how much more close air support I actually need anywhere. I could increase, like, for instance, this air wing up 50. Just kind of increase some of the air wings that only have 100 up to higher numbers. Another... Yeah. Okay. That's good for now. I mean, we're going to be replacing... Oh, actually, we should be replacing now. So, you are going to be upgraded to the next level of close air support. So we're going to have a lot of upgrading there anyway. Okay. Get back to the action. This fight continues. Cut these guys off, and then try and wipe out anyone that's over here cut off, which should really help the fight overall. Now, these guys escape into Barcelona. That's fine, I guess. But, I mean, they have a lot of divisions here, but right now, mostly there's one division, the Soviet division, that's holding out, which is very low in organization right now. Okay. Have that next level of destroyer, which we're going to do something about here in a second. Okay, so we got also a decryption advantage, which is good for the fighting. All right. Let's take a look at that. So, I want to go to production. And the destroyers have finished, which is why we have that new thing. So we're going to go build ships. And we're going to go destroyers, but now level 3. And we're going to give them 4 factories. And then let's assign them. So let's just take a look at what we've got over here. So we've got, like this, merge this. 14 destroyers. I definitely want more. So let's grab that production and tell you to show up over here. All right, good stuff. All right, continuing the fight. Looks like we're at 99 for the combat. All right. So now we're in here and having to defend. What I might do right now, these guys are attacking here. Why don't we deselect who is already kind of beat up a little bit here? And everyone else attack into here while they're still low on organization. Which means this combat is more likely to succeed. Yeah, we're starting to push them back. And then, let's help out over here. And just kind of squish these guys so they don't have anywhere to go. Alright, now they're trapped in Barcelona. See, they're escaping into here. But they also are suffering attrition because they're out of supply. This is going to be pretty quick. Okay, and now you can go up here. Actually, you stay behind because you're kind of low on organization. All right, those guys have been wiped out entirely. All right, everybody else, form up here. Get your organization up while you do that move. And this is where the AI makes those mistakes. See, they just pulled all their troops out of fighting in Barcelona. Why would you do that? Okay, so the guys that are doing decently here, I'd like you to come over this way. And you, I'd also like to come over there. We're going to kind of regroup, get our organization up. And we're going to attack from a few different directions here. And we're going to take Barcelona and finish this war. Oh, we've got tech popping out here. I think it had already popped out and I just wasn't paying attention. Alright, so I think we continue on with infantry equipment here. Oh, actually, hold on. It wasn't engineering, was it? No, that will happen in 27 days. So I'll just go with the infantry equipment. Get that upgraded. Okay. Eventually, we'll be into position to attack from more directions and everything. Okay. I think we're looking good here. Let's give it a test attack here. Alright. Not looking particularly good. Could be because the Spanish are the ones leading the fight. Now we're starting to get into the fight. Now we're winning. More divisions we get in there. There we go. That's probably going to tip the scales in our favor. No, the Soviet troops are the ones that are going to put up the big fight. Most of the Spanish troops, they shouldn't be much of a problem. And they have a lot of very weak unit strength and other things going on. Now, I could have set up a offensive line and planned out this attack, and it probably would have gone... I mean, I would have had to wait for that to accumulate, but I would have had at least a bonus for these attacks. These guys are getting experience from this fighting. Which helps, because these guys are going to be going right back into the Green Army, which is an army that we want to have be a little bit more... There we go. That should be it. Hello? There we go. And take a look. That did cause some world tension, but we're already at 100, so no big deal there. And probably we're going to be in transit for a little while. Yeah. All right, so that went pretty well. Again, that might have been counter to what I was going for with this playthrough, but at least it gets things done. Let's see. What is their invite faction like now? So, they're recovering from Civil War. What does that mean for us? Recovering from Civil War. This will affect them until 45. Wow. And it might be even worse now because of how much longer the war happened. Like, this might just be a flat 5-year wait period. And because the war went longer than it should have, maybe. And maybe if we had volunteered our units earlier, we could have gotten this over with. And right now, we could be working on that. But right now, yeah, they are not looking likely to join a faction with us. But the biggest penalty is that. They would accept, I think, outside of that. Well, no, they still wouldn't. Yeah, they still wouldn't because of the neither of us are war penalty, so... Oh well. At least we got the Civil War over, and now we have a entirely fascist nation kicking around. Alright, well, we might as well speed things up now and continue play. And once these guys pop back, we'll send them... Okay, send end to the Spanish Civil War. With the surrender of the last Republican strongholds, the Spanish Civil War has come to an end. The Nationalists stand victorious, and a new era has begun for Spain. The war-torn country has suffered greatly in the fighting, and there is much rebuilding to be done. Yeah, we saw that. And once we get those 6 units back, we'll send them over... When do they get back? May 31st. All right, well, that'll come soon. And we still have room to upgrade some of these guys. And our other unit that's training is here, and they have no reason to train, so stop. All right, and that probably gave us some good combat army experience anyway, which is beneficial. All right, we have a tank and a motorized division popping out here. I'll decide what to do with them a little bit later. Okay, so the Netherlands thing has finished. So we're going to just start right away on Norway. And let's take a look at that. So they're not willing to join a faction. That's because they have a different ideology right now. Otherwise, they would join. Either that or the neither at war penalty, if that went away, they would join as well. But at the moment, that's pretty much what we're looking at. And once we get the Fascist Party up high enough, maybe we can work on that. But that should progress. And our coup here is going to happen what year? March of 41. So that's a little bit a ways away. And pretty soon we're going to have these guys come back, and there they are. So I'm going to have them strategic redeploy over here, and then we'll divert them from there. In any case, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.